All right, this is One Last Midnight. Welcome back to another episode of Valheim, and there's some more news that's come out. So, if you didn't realize, on July 9th, they came out with a patch, which is 0.154.1, and I did a video on that. But then the following day, they came out with more information about the Hearth and Home update and actually their roadmap changes. So when I saw their roadmap come out and then noticed the frequency in which they were putting out updates, I thought the roadmap was highly ambitious. It's great to know that this is the stuff that was on their mind, but ultimately there was no way that I could envision them completing their entire roadmap in time unless they hired a bunch of people to help them out. So the roadmap has completely changed. Scratch the roadmap. They're really only going to focus on two things for the remainder of the year. At least that's what they said in this. And so the new roadmap is going to be smaller. Their big decision to focus on the Mistlands and then also the Hearth and Home, which is going to be first. And then they'll put out the Mistlands. So the rest of the roadmap probably is going to go away. But if they have time at the end of completing those two big projects, then I can see them probably picking up something maybe smaller. They did leak out 4 images from the Hearth and Home update. And the first image shows some new roofing styles. So you can see that there are some triangular roof tiles. And then also the windows as well. There's these cool windows that they've added in. So you can add those in. And they said by no means were these 4 pictures everything that was going to be in Hearth and Home. There's a lot more to come. But, these little teasers are nice. I did notice another little thing inside of this first little teaser picture. And that is these logs that are sitting in front of the house. They're unlike any other log that I've seen in the game so far. So I'm not entirely sure what that is going to be. But it looks like a decorative piece of some sort that we can put around our house. But that's the only other little additional thing that I can see in this picture. The next image that they showed were the new cooking items that are going to be part of the game. So there are some additional upgrades now for the cooking area, and you can see them. There's the butcher's block. There's also the pots and pans that are hanging and the little herb tree off in the corner that's hanging. So those will be upgrades for the food station, which will allow us to create new and interesting foods. And they happen to show an image of some of those new and interesting foods. They talked about 10 new recipes. Some of them includes ice cream, chocolate smoothie, and various wolf meats and more. The big thing about the new recipes is more importance between a health boost and a stamina boost, which kind of gives you a choice of how to run your build, right? If you have a Viking that you want to have more stamina, more running power, longer attacking time, as opposed to just like being more, I guess, like tank-like, where you have more health, you can now spec a little bit differently based on the type of foods that you eat. And finally, their last teaser shot was a new plantable, which is onions. So onions will be coming to the game, which means onions will be part of the recipes. And if you looked at the food screenshot, the kebabs had some sort of onion on there. Finally, they just talked about the things that they're going to be adding into the game. They want them to be meaningful, right? So it's not just they're throwing stuff in there. They want stuff in there to be substantial to what they have planned for the game long term, and they're listening to community feedback, and then also, as part of their great meetings that they're having and discussions about the game, picking a direction what's going to be agreeable for everybody. Well, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I really look forward to the Hearth and Home update. They don't say anything about a time frame of when Hearth and Home is going to come out. So it could be anytime from now to the end of the year. But I figured if they are going to get Mistlands in, then it's got to be soon, within the next couple months. I would make that assumption. At any rate, if you haven't already, hit that like button. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. I'd love to have you in the community. If you want to follow me on any of my social media, you can find the links in the description below. And make sure to hit that notification bell. That way you know when I go live and when I post new videos. I'll talk to you soon. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.